Peace, family. Welcome to Inner Source Network. I'm your host, Rod Source. Today's show is on what is sin. What's sin? There's a few ways you can look at it. Of course, sin in the Bible, these are atrocities either against the spirit, against humanity, against your neighbor, against God, or yourself. If I didn't mention that, I may have mentioned in the beginning. So I'm going to read over a few of the biblical sins and then do a little explaining about a few things so you can understand a little bit deeper into the matter of sin. All right. So the first sin, and I'll put a link in the description for you guys to review. The first sin is adultery, anger with one's brother, arrogance, bitterness, blasphemy, boasting, brutality, brother going against the law, or brother against brother, coercing, clamor, complaining, conceit, coveting, cowardice is a sin as well. Now, I'm going to take it out of the biblical understanding and try to expand it for you so you can understand basically how it works. But first, you must understand the other meaning of sin. To sin technically means to miss the mark. It means to be off from perfection. And as I stated in many videos before, life on earth is a school for the soul where it's perfecting the minor or minute intricacies of one's inner self, with the hope that the soul either becomes whole or releases karmic debt or expands. Well, hopefully expand. So, to miss perfection. So, a lot of the laws are about perfecting oneself. And if you don't perfect these things, well, you're not really a good human, are you? Now, I'm not going to give you out but I am going to say this because I'm not perfect and I slip too. This is the reason for us living. And so we can better ourselves before leaving Earth. In fact, an old minister who was a security guard I ran into many, many years ago, he asked me a question. He said, "What does Bible mean to you?" I was like, Bible. And he stated to me that it means better involvement before leaving Earth. The way I see it is, now he meant involvement, and when he said involvement, he meant with other humans. But I see it more as better inner evolvement, inner evolution, better inner evolution before leaving Earth. Understand these principles, laws, and precepts, and sticking to them. Now, you break a law, karma happens. That's the law of karma. You do something bad, it's going to come back to you. You do something bad, it's going to come back to you. If you speak something bad, it's going to come back to you. And I've been stuck in that loop. before and even times now. Just earlier, I tripped a little earlier. It happens. But that's what life is. You got to catch it. You got to catch it. Sometimes it slips. And you have to discipline yourself. Because we're here to perfect ourselves. The Bible, even though so many people hate it and talk against it, a lot of folks talk against it because what's in Revelations tells you what's going to happen, what's happening right now, and what you need to be aware of and what you need to protect yourself of. A lot of other religions don't really talk about that. And that's why a lot of folks try to press against it. It's not real. Look, if it ain't, then why is everything playing out, brother? Why is the wisdom in the book good wisdom, then, brother? I saw a minister, or I guess the priest for, Kemetic faith, and evidently he probably never read the Bible, because if he did, he would know that Moses studied under Egypt. He would know that. So he would know that this book is the laws and precepts and everything inside of it is of probably a high version, because you're talking about a prince learning from the best of the best of the best, not slouches on the street. But this is the arrogance. This is egotism, which is a sin. Now, each sin, and I want you to, I want you to go to the videos I did on the emotional guidance scale. All right. So when you sin, you actually go down this emotional guidance scale, this electromagnetic scale. And as you descend by keep on sinning and sinning and sinning, first the things got to come back to you. But the second thing is, when you're at a lower vibratorial entities are able to come more in contact with you. The longer you stay down, the more they can attach to you and hang around. Now the things, and this is off topic of talking about entities and demons and so on and so forth. Entities feed off of that low vibrational stuff. And if your energy is good, the entity will hang around you and make things happen to keep you in that energetic frequency so it can attach and feed off of you. That's a whole nother story. We just want to talk about sin. But as you perfect these things in the Bible, right, you end up being of a higher vibration. And that's the goal, to perfect these things and constantly be in a higher vibration, which constantly makes you bring in or attract higher vibrational things in life. Does that make sense? Now, I'm just taking it from the biblical understanding to put it in plain terms into scientific understanding, into spiritual, regular spiritual practitioners understanding, to understand why it's important not to really sin. And that sin is a matter of you missing the mark. You not being perfect or not even attempting to perfect yourself. And in doing so, you affect other people. And that person affects other people. And it becomes what you would call an infection. And it allows lower vibrational entities and bad things to be attracted to a person, a place, a thing, even an entire country. Now, while there's a lot of folks who've been trying to bite off of my stuff and running around here and trying to degrade me or beat me to the punch with my own information, y'all not even teaching people to stay in the laws. You're not even teaching people right and wrong. You're just running your mouth. And you're wasting folks' time. You're wasting my time, which is another sin. Gossip is a sin. Smear campaigns are a sin. It means you're toxic and low vibrational and don't understand that you're karmic. And that you actually probably need to work more than me or anyone else. But this is what happens when you have those who're supposed to be at the bottom at the top, guiding those at the bottom to be at a vibration that keeps them at the bottom. In addition, if you sin a whole lot, you can sing yourself right out of a spiritual grade. You can sing yourself right, if you're on the spiritualist route, you can sing yourself out of power. You can sing yourself into a hell, if not an ultimate hell. So y'all think about that for a moment as I close this out. And I hope this helps. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not going to talk about fire and brimstone. But I hope this makes it real simple and easy for you to understand. Wake up, family. This is Raw Source. Peace.